Okay, so where can I start? Like, I was 19 years old when this happened, and I met this guy at the train station, and I saw him first, and he was like walking already, and then I was just like, I remember seeing him before when, like, I get the backstage newspaper all the time. Back then, like, it used to be like the only outlet that I know of to get castings for my type, African American, exotic types. So for a feature guest star, or female black actresses for lead roles or supporting or guest star in TV shows or films. So at the time, that was the only thing that I was using. So I was buying that every week, and I would read it. I would look at the articles, and there was this one article that was in there, and it was about this how this actor, he was so powerful in his performance, and how he really blew the casting director's breath away. That's something that I'm passionate about, is acting. And they had a picture of him, and I'm like, oh wow, he looks very attractive, and they're speaking so highly of him, and not to mention, he's passionate about the craft. Now, I'm making all this up in my head because I didn't meet the guy. I'm just reading about his acting craft. I don't know him as a person, but love a guy who's passionate about what they do. At the same time, I like to see them in their field, see them working. So, just reading that, it was just very inspirational for me. But I'm just ready, like, oh my God, he's awesome. And then when I saw him literally in person, like where around my area where I live, and it was just like, wow, like this is really crazy right now. And I never forget it because I remember it was Fashion Week. It was me, my cousin, my sister, and we were all going. We were both gonna go and take the train and go to Soho, and we're gonna go check out and see what's going on in Soho, during Fashion Week. There he was. So I was just telling my cousin, my sister, she's like nonchalant. She's just like, whatever. If you want to go talk to me, go talk to me. I don't care. Like, she don't give a fuck. Like, that's how she is. But my cousin, she's more the hyper one, and she's more like, girl, go talk to him. Oh my God, he does it. Girl, you better go talk to him. It's like a few months later, around Fashion Week, I happened to meet the guy in the train station. I walked up to him with my confidence, and I went over there and I went and talked to him, and we exchanged numbers. So fast forward, we end up meeting up. We've been chopping up on the phone forever. I am passionate about the craft myself, so that made me more interested in him as well. The fact that we both like the same things, and we have a lot in common. And that was a big deal for me. Like, he was so sweet, he was so kind. He always listens, and he always would, like, cook and stuff like that. Like, that's one thing that I admired about him. We hit it off really good. I just thought we had a great connection. And I'm just like, wow, I finished school. I'm about to start my life. Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm about to become a woman. Like, I was just super excited. And he was like my first man, like, my first man. So that was a big deal for me. Like, at 19, and we had a relationship, boyfriend girlfriend thing. So for like a month or two, it was great. Like, I'm just thinking, I'm on cloud nine. I'm like, you meet me, because I'm like, wow, I'm like pursuing this career. I met someone who's in the field, and we're connecting so beautiful. It was like a fucking fairy tale. Like, let me tell you, like, I was super like in my feelings, and it slowly started crashing down. Like, slowly, like, he started to pick at little small things, and then it got to a point where it got physical. But slowly and surely, he just started to get very disrespectful, and just very demanding, and very controlling and jealous. And you know, at first I was tolerating it. I was just like, okay, yes, I'm sorry, being very apologetic and very sad for shit. And I'm just like, until one day I had to realize, like, you know, listen, like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and let you son me. I'm not, you're not my, you know, I'm not your daughter. You know, it was just got to that point where he felt like he owned me. Like, it was just a little sick, I felt. Belittle me and make me feel, you know, bad about myself. And I know I began to get low self esteem. Like, I started to hate myself. Yeah, so I have a lot of stories. Uh, a lot of situations that I went through with this guy, and I'm just gonna tell you guys a few because at the time we were together for a year, and then after that we were on and off, but I still was still attached to him mentally. I felt like I had to be around him. I don't know why. It was just so weird, but the stories the stories are crazy. Like, I had to write this shit down. That's how crazy it was. Like, it was one time when, oh my god, okay. It was one time where it was just, he was just being mad disrespectful to me, and you know, I didn't say anything, and he was just like, yeah. And we were talking about something, and then he was just like, yeah, shut up, no, don't say nothing. And I'm just like, you know what, let me get up and get out of here, because I don't need to be here. I don't have to be here. So I'm getting up. I didn't say anything. I just get up to get my stuff, you know, just get my shoes and get my bag and my coat and get out of here. So then he starts pushing me, like, yeah, get out of here. And I just couldn't take it anymore. It's like when I get a point of turn, I do some random shit. Like, I seriously, like, he was just pushing me and being disrespectful. Like, yeah, you dumb bitch. And he was just chilling up on the couch, like, yeah, looking at the couch, looking at the TV, like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, you dumb bitch. Yeah, talking all that shit. And I was just so heated because it was late at night, and he wanted to try to kick me out, trying to be, I don't even know what he was trying to do, like, whatever. But I'm just like, you know what, I'll just leave. I don't have to be here. And then he just was pissing me off, so I just fucking leaned back before I left, and I slapped the shit out of that bitch. And I booked it. I booked the bitch. I was like, ugh. I fucking booked it out of that apartment. Thank God he lives on the first floor. I fucking booked that bitch. Yo, I'm out there catching my breath in the middle of the block because he lived like close to the end, and I kind of ran all the way to the middle of the block, and I needed to catch my breath because I'm a little busty, so I'm like, I need to catch my breath. I just looked up and looked by over there by where he was staying, and I see him stretching on the top of his stairs. So now, I'm over there sweating. I'm like sweating. It's windy as fuck outside. I am sweating right now. I'm like, yo. So I'm like nervous. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you out here? And he's like, I'm not paying you no mind. Please, I just slapped you like 30 seconds ago, motherfucker. You gonna tell me you're not paying me no mind? Get out of here. I just started to slowly try to walk. Notice, next thing you know, he started booking it down the fucking block. I kid you not. So I started running too. We ended up running. Then I'm like, yo, I am not gonna make it home. Even though I left like 2-3 blocks away, I was not gonna make it home. So I just ended up running around a car. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with the so I was fucking running around the car and shit like that. And he ended up fucking up his leg. So he was limping back like the little fucking dog that he is. And I just felt so bad. I'm like, oh my God. Airhead moment. Oh my God, he's just hurt his leg, you know, he was running after me. I feel so bad. So I was just helping him out, you know, saying like, you know, and I walked back with him to the house. But at the end, I was just asking him, I'm like, babe, like, why are you just so aggressive? Why are you so rude? And he had no explanation. So that's when it just got super crazy. And then like after I got at that house, I just really I didn't want to be around him. So, like, he wanted me to come over, and I didn't want to come over. I didn't want to see him. So, as time passes, he used to get more aggressive. So, one time he was just getting super aggressive, and then we were on the phone. I'm like, listen, I don't have to do it. He's yelling, like, stop fucking playing with me, make him fucking, like, yelling on the phone. And, yo, I'm literally sitting here like, is he serious right now? He's not seriously yelling on the top of his lung on the phone. Like, I kid you not. Like, this guy is crazy. I started to feel bad all the time, blaming myself for stuff that wasn't even my fault in the beginning, but the fact that he made me think that it was my fault, it was just mentally screwing with my mind, like, on a day-to-day basis. Not to mention, he was just verbally disrespectful. Sometimes he would try to, like, tap me upside my head, and then I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And he would be like, oh, no, I'm joking, or, oh, why you always have to be so serious? Like, I was definitely tolerating a lot of bullshit. But after those 2 months, you know, when he started to do those things, like, I had to say something. Like, I had to speak up. Like, because it was starting to escalate. Like, at first he was being disrespectful. Then he started to touch me. And then now he's starting to, like, you know, be aggressive towards me, aggressive grabbing me. And then just, like, the whole combination. And, you know, it was just very, very belittling, very, very, just killing my emotion and just killing me, who I was as a person. Like, I lost myself in that relationship. So I was literally fighting to get out. If I have so many stories of things that, you know, scenarios, situations that we've been through, but I could give you guys a few. Like, I remember one time, like, he, like, when I go to work, or, like, every day, he wants me to come to his house. So one time after work, like, I came to his house and I had pizza. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him a slice. And I'm going to give, you know, I bought myself a slice. So I gave him a slice. I went to the bathroom. I went to go wash my hands. I just came in the house. So I come back and he finished his pizza already. So then he comes to me to get half of my pizza. Not even a bite or nothing, half of the shit. Mind you, I didn't eat nothing all day and he wants my slice. And I'm like, no, I feel like he was being unfair, like, unreasonable. Like, a lot of things, like, he was just saying, like, he just called me a greedy bitch. You call me a greedy bitch because I didn't want to give you a slice of pizza. I give you a full slice of pizza, but you don't, because I didn't want to give you half of mine. I don't think that's fair for me. I really don't think that's fair. It was like sometimes, like, it was one time, like, this guy, like, we had this big freaking, you know, blowout where we literally were fighting until, like, the point where the neighbors had to break that shit up. It was crazy. Like, it was so crazy how the neighbors, like, afterwards, when they separated us, and it was just crazy. Like, we peeled the floors up, the furniture was moved around. It looked like a fucking tornado hit that fucking apartment. Like, seriously. Like, even the neighbor, like, she was like, bitch, I will fuck you up if you go back to him. Because she's like, yo, he is so disrespectful. Like, I really had to fight this dude. Like, really fight this dude. Like, it was one time where he was just like, you know, like, after that, from, like, 2012 to 2013, like, I broke up with him. Like, I broke it off with him. I told him, it's done, we're done. But, you know, it was so hard because, like, I was so lusty for him, and I, like, missed him so much. So I just could not, like, I could not think about no one but him. Like, because I used to get it for a year, and then, like, I just stopped talking to him. So, like, I mean, I went back, and what do you know, was going good for a little bit, and then he switched it to his old crazy self, And it was one time I was in the house and I was like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I don't have to do this with you. Like, I'm not even in a relationship with you. I was thinking I was on my Hasa Diddy shit. I was like, listen, I'm not even in a relationship with you. I'm just getting something for you right now, and that's it. Like, I don't owe you nothing. He's like, yo, yelling on top of his lungs, you better not answer the fucking, you better not fucking hang up the phone. You better not fucking hang up the phone, bitch. Disrespecting me. I'm like, whatever. I don't have to deal with this. Bloop, hung up the phone. This nigga came to my house. My black ass, I went to go take a shower. I was like, oh, forget him. I ain't paying him no mind. He would pay me mine. So I hang up on his bitch ass. I'm like, fuck this nigga. He's disrespectful anyways. I'm not with him no more. I had a year of his bullshit. Like, I have no time for this. So I hung up on him. Shorty came to the crib. He started banging on my trash cans, knocking on my trash cans, like crazy. So I came out. I'm like, damn, because at the time I'm living with my family, so I'm over there like, you gonna wake up everybody? Please just go home, please. I'm like, please stop. I'm like, tell him please. Like, I'm begging him to fucking go home. Nigga brought his friends for a show. Like, his friends didn't do nothing. He was doing all the stuff, but he really brought people. Like, he was trying to. I was just confused. It was just so crazy. But like, I didn't even let him in or nothing, but like, I just threatened him and I told him that somebody was gonna call the cops or whatever, and he left because black and cops don't mix. Like, that's oil and water, baby. So I was just like, this, whatever I had to do to get him out of here. Like, it was just so crazy. Like, it was just a lot of back and forth, and it was my fault because I should have took heed. Like, once he disrespected me and violated me, and from the point of no return, I should have just paid attention to that, and I should have walked away from the beginning. I should have, if he really wanted to change, if he really was serious about change, then he would have, did it when we were together for that year. And afterwards, on and off, it's like, okay, like, now he has no ties to me, but he still was just thinking that he mentally owned me, and he didn't. So I just had to let him know completely, like, listen, I have nothing to do with you, and I had to be serious about it. Before, I was like, listen, I'm not going to do this because we're together, and I got in a situation with him, so I'm not going to call the cops on him. I'm not trying to get him beat up or nothing, because that's my baby. But I had to let him, because he was physically trying to put his hands on me and physically trying to harm me. So I had to let him know and say, fuck that lovey-dovey shit. Listen, you're not going to put your hands on me anymore. I don't even care anymore. You're not going to violate me. You're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to make me feel like I'm a piece of shit, because it's not happening. And that's what some guys, abusive guys, like to do when they're insecure. They like to take it out on you. And, heed the signs, ladies, because I know it's hard sometimes when you think you found someone that is amazing and everything is working right, and then at the same time, then it's just like, wait, there's something not right, but he's so this and he's so that, and he has this and he has that. But listen, if you feel the signs, just please walk away and don't even pay no mind to it. Like, my advice to you ladies is just to please talk to somebody. Go to a hotline, domestic hotline. They have, chats online. You can even hit up you can subscribe to me and hit up my, my messenger on YouTube, and, or comment on below. Like, what do you guys think? Because this was so hard for me to even make this video and to even talk to you guys about this situation. Like, now, let me say this, because I know a lot of girls out there, they do not, don't even talk about being abused at all, or don't even say if they are being abused, but because they feel ashamed and they feel embarrassed. And, back then I felt so ashamed, I felt so embarrassed, but now I feel like I have to speak up, I have to say something, and I have to, because it's not my fault, and a lot of times people, like, people who gets abused and get in abusive relationship, they feel like it's their fault. And it's not your fault. Yeah, you sometimes you don't even know what to do. Like, me personally, I never thought I would ever be in a situation like this. It kind of like I said before, like it kind of happened out of nowhere. So okay, so let me tell you after the first 2 months of heaven, like I felt very stupid. I felt very ashamed being in that situation, and I hid it for a long time from everybody until a point where it was spilling out, and I still was trying to hide it. So it's just that just you have to, because sometimes it sucks the fact that you're in that situation and everyone's seeing you go through that. It's hard, especially when people don't know a lot about your business, and you get into a situation with somebody and they put your business all out there, and not to mention you losing yourself, you losing your self-esteem, doing stuff under the influence, and stuff like that. And, you know, not really knowing yourself and just doing it because you feel like it's right. And it's not right. If you feel someone's talking to you and disrespecting you, you have to get out of that situation. It's unhealthy, ladies. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yes, guys. Please subscribe and comment below and let me know what you guys think. All right. Bye.